Welcome to today's Bible study lesson brought to you by Bay Branch Primitive Baptist Church in historic Claxton, Georgia. Each week we bring you a new lesson from the scriptures right here on this YouTube channel. Now, grab your Bible. Here's Pastor V. Vernon Eckelberry with today's message.
Greetings. The title of our lesson today is The Days of Our Years. And that phrase is taken from Psalm 90, verse 10. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. That's 70 years. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, that's 80. Yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. So even though we may live 10 years more than 70, life will hold pretty much the same thing, and at last we are going to die or fly away to the bosom of our Father in heaven. When God created the earth, He set up days as the increments of measuring time. We read in the first chapter of Genesis, verse 5, for instance, the evening and the morning were the first day. Verse 8, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Verse 13, the evening and the morning were the third day. And so it's important that we realize Scriptures pay as much attention to the days of our years as to the years themselves. We read of Abraham and other of the patriarchs in Genesis 25:7. These are the days of the years of Abraham's life. Scriptures would turn our attention to days of our years as much or more so than the years that we live. The Psalm 23 that we're so familiar with gives us this great hope. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Not years, but days. Each day is important. Each day God's mercy and His grace is renewed. And so that brings us to number 2, the numbering of our days. Psalm 90 verse 12 reads, teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Moses prays, in other words, that we might make each day count. Teach us to number our days, to make them count. In other words, to help us make them worth something, to be appreciated, and to use these days that we have profitably. Paul calls this redeeming the time, and that means trading a day or an hour of my life for some activity that takes place. Listen to this from the pen of Dr. Hartzell Wilson. It reads this way, this is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. But what I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. That's redeeming the time or redeeming the hours of the day. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that I have traded for it. I want it to be gain and not loss, good, not evil, success and not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price that I have paid for it. Thirdly, we look at a day for you. This is found in Psalm 118, verse 24. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Now, the day here has several references. Historically, it was David's day. This is the day the Lord has made, was a time of victory in David's life. Prophetically, it looked forward to Christ's day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we'll rejoice and be glad in that. Perpetually, it refers to the Lord's day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad each and every time we come to worship together. but immediately it looks at every day of our life. Your day, my day, this is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. The days of your years are made just for you. Each day is your day. A new day is a time worthy of celebration because it's God's gift to you and a time of opportunity. And that's why the psalmist wrote, we will rejoice and be glad in it. Fourthly, we'll look at the days of our lives. That's the name of a TV series that's now in its 59th season. Every episode begins with these words, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. The series is described as chronicling the trials and tribulations of the citizens of the fictional city of Salem. The events and the episodes consisted of the day-by-day saga of families in the Midwestern suburb. The days of our lives. That's the way we should think of our years as well, as being days of our lives. You've heard the expression, to turn over a new leaf. Well, that comes from the fact that long ago, the pages of books were called leaves. So turning over a new leaf meant going on to the next page in one's life. Moses could have written, teach us to number our pages. A good book is called a page turner. And that's a book in which you can't wait to get to the next page. And so should it be with the days of our lives. Joe Willie Namath, the famous quarterback for the New York Jets, jokingly said, I can't wait till tomorrow because I get better looking every day. Well, for different reasons, God's people anticipate tomorrow because it's a day that God has created just for you and me. Another page in the book we might call the days of our lives. So as we begin a new year in our life, may each page be better than the one before. May your life and my life be a real page turner.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon on this YouTube channel, where you'll also find the archives of previous lessons. Until next time, may God's love, mercy, and grace be with you all.